Hey everybody, what's going on? Just figured out, well, I already showed a picture of it, but I have yet to see anybody disassemble one of these EK LGA 1700 direct dye water blocks. So being that I'm not going to run RGB, I'm going to be removing the RGB from this block, since I'm not going to be running the RGB. But just a spoiler alert, yes, I have already taken the block apart, so I know how it comes apart. I know how it goes back together, obviously, since it's back together. Didn't want to go take it apart without knowing how to do it, so that way it's not like I don't know what I'm doing this video for you guys. But neither here nor there. There is two issues with that I've been made aware of with the block. One of them, I'm going to try it out. Well, let's discuss the issues first. One thing that I've been hearing a lot about is people saying that you're not going to get the results that you expect, etc., etc. It's a waste of money. All right, first of all, I've also had people tell me that they've read the blocks and their results aren't worthwhile. Okay, take note how this block is sitting right now, okay? This is why it always pays to read the user's manual. On the water block, you always have an inlet and outlet. And I took the liberty of pulling up the user's manual before I started this video. And if you notice how the block is sitting with the velocity, if you tilt it sideways, where you're looking at velocity right side up, your right port is your outlet, your inlet is your left side. And it says point blank that where is it? Oh, if you use the block with the bottom port as the inlet, or if you use the block mixing the ports, it may result in poor thermal performance of the water block. So with that being said, more or less, here's the block. This would be your outlet, this would be the inlet. So if you're using this for your inlet and this for your outlet and you're getting poor performance, there's your problem right there of why it's not working as intended, is because you got the block plumbed wrong. This is your inlet, this is your outlet, which realistically it makes perfect sense, because if you look at your inlet here, yeah, my bad for my nails, I chew my nails, so sue me, it's whatever. If you look at the inlet here, how the track goes, the inlet starts here and it comes around here, and then it shoots right to the fins down. Then it'll go across the bottom, which you're going to see all that when I take it apart. It goes across the bottom of the block, then back up through the top and out here to your outlet. Why would you now think about it, if you reverse the block, which actually affects performance of the block, why would you make this your inlet and have your inlet go all through the block, your water's warming up, shoot down to the bottom of the block, getting warmer and warmer. By the time it gets to here, your temperature is already greatly changed from here to down here, and then you're exiting. You want your straight shot right to those microfins down there. That you want the most efficient way that the water can pass through. So why would you want to take and make the water go all the way around here, come here, which also restricts water flow, come to the center of the block, go all down through the passage here, which you're going to see the passages when I take the block apart, then go across the microfins and come out? Makes zero sense. Yeah, it's more than likely going to cause thermal problems, because the water's taking much longer to get down to those microfins and the temperature's already changed. Versus hooking it up correctly, making this your inlet, the water's got a straight shot right into the microfins, shoots down to the block, or down to the bottom of the block through those microfins, goes across the bottom of the block, comes out as it's intended, and comes out through your outlet here. So for those people who are running the block and have said the thermal performance isn't all that, make sure you have this plumbed right. This is your inlet, this is your outlet. Now the other situation that I actually seen is, I don't know how much of an issue it really is, to be honest, because I'm gonna try because I did see there's a guy on YouTube who took and pointed out an issue with the water block, because I hope I'm pronouncing the gentleman's name correctly. I apologize if I'm not, but Devoyer, he actually had teamed up with EK to make the block, and this is his actual direct die framing. There's his emblem right there. No, I do not own license to any of it. No, I'm not making no money off of any of it. But one of the issues that was coming here is that I seen somebody having, and they mentioned, is when it's on the motherboard, more or less, it's gonna be like this is on the motherboard like this, and then the direct die block sits like that. Now, where the issue comes into play from what the other gentleman on YouTube that I seen talk about is, he said this not being flush, which, believe it or not, it's actually not flush, which I'll actually show it to you. Here, it's actually these corners here. It's not flush. Now, what that gentleman did was he took and he sanded down the two corners here to get it flush. Now, I know Devoyer, I apologize if I'm getting his name wrong. I know he's anal when it comes to this stuff. So what I actually took and I did was I wanted to see if it was the block itself, or possibly this, the direct die contact frame. So, going on a piece of glass here, put a piece of glass, corner to corner, nothing. Corner to corner, nothing. It's perfectly flat. Yes, I'll even flip it over. Corner to corner, nothing. Flat. Corner to corner, nothing. Flat. I think I did those corners already. Corner to corner, nothing. Flat. But yet, when we come back to the block itself, we got the play. Which that right there tells me that it's a problem on EK's and on their manufacturing when they machine this. Not sure if Devour had a say in this and he's getting tested or whatever, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna try to run it without sanding down these two corners and see how it works. See if I get the same results, if not better, from the guy who pointed out the issues on his end. See how that goes. See if I get the same results after he sanded it. I'm gonna see if I get the same results as him, if not better, etc., etc. But with that being said, time to take apart the block. Just to give you guys, I don't care who you are, rather it's just a regular water block, a direct die or not. When it comes to doing water cooling maintenance, you have to know how to take apart your blocks, because you have to clean them. It's maintenance. And now with I'm gonna give you guys a quick little tip off. These little pegs here, which is part of the mounting, they're held on. Let's see if I get it in the camera. They're held on by these little C clamps, or C clips, I should say. And yes, there's springs inside of here, and these are held down by quite a bit of tension. First time I've ever dealt with this, so that's why I took the block apart beforehand to make sure I knew what was going on. But needless to say, I'm gonna just start taking it apart. The easiest way that I figured out how to do it is take these clips off, then go after your Allen screws. First time around when I did it, I took the screws out, then I did the C clips, and yeah, it made for a fun but not so fun time. We'll just leave that there. So with that being said, let's start taking it apart. And how I do is put my finger here and back it out. That's it. And no, that one didn't fly and get lost. There it is, right there. And yes, they are under insane tension. So I'll just do all four of these. All you want to do is just pull it out like that. Try to keep your finger there so when it pops, it doesn't fly across the room. Because yeah, when I did one last night, when I took it apart for the first time, it flew across the room, and yeah, I spent about a good hour and a half trying to find it. So yeah, just keep your finger there. Your finger acts more or less like a brake, so when it pops, you're good to go. Now I am going to reassemble this, but I'm not going to put these clips back in. I might do one to show you how to do it on camera, well, just how I do it. But I'm not going to do all 4 of them on camera because it's just going to take too long because the clips are very tedious. So pop that one. There's that one. And there's all 4 clips. All 4 clips are right there. And now we're going to come to the actual water block itself. First things first, you take out the center here. Try to get this set up better for you guys. I want you guys to have the best possible picture, the best possible angles on this. There we go. Back this off just a little bit. There we go. Man, I love having this tripod for my cell phone. It makes life so much easier. And no, I'm not using the Allen keys that come with the kit because they're just annoying to me. I get much farther, much quicker just using my own screwdriver set. And when you put this all back together, you don't want to go crazy tight, you just want everything snug. As I said, it does not matter what kind of water block you have. If you're running water cooling and you're doing water blocks, you gotta know how to take them apart because you gotta know how to maintain them. This one's on there. I only snugged it down last night too. Probably tension with everything, but it just means I'll make it a little bit looser when I put it back on. There's the screw. And there's your beautiful micro fins. And there's your gasket. And there's your plate. Your acrylic plate. Now these gaskets over time, yes, they do need to be cleaned, and all you'll take and do at that point, which I'll show you how to do this really quick, because I've seen people run into this problem. Excuse me, I've seen people run into this problem with GPU water blocks. Is you just take the rubber gasket. Be gentle. Don't go nuts about it. Be gentle. This only goes for if you got to clean it. I've done this too many times. But there's the O-ring, and I will show you on camera. Yes, it is a specific kind of O-ring. It is not just round like a normal O-ring is. As you can see, it's got like a squarish kind of edge to it. But overall, all you would take and do is you would just clean the O-ring, use soapy water, just clean the O-ring, clean the track that it goes in. And when you go to reinstall it, actually do something on the fabric. Having a desk mouse pad makes things so much easier. I ain't gotta worry about using a washcloth to protect things. Just put it right down on the mouse pad. And all you do to reinstall it, just line it up on the track and just reinsert it like that. Bam. Done. Over with. Reinserted. Perfect. That's that. Now I'm going to switch my Allen screwdriver to a smaller one to start getting these. And just to give you a heads up, these two Allen screws go to this black part of the block, which this is not attached to this. It like clips into place and your RGB is connected to this, and I'll show you how to remove it because it's nothing more than an RGB tape strip. That's all it is. I'm gonna back this out just a little bit, and here we go. I'm gonna do it all at once. Kind of stinks that I didn't show you the actual size of this block. I kind of wanted to do it. Well, I could put the block back together without putting these clips on. I just can't mount it without the clips. So when I put it back, when I show you how to put it back together, I'll do some size comparison, because I actually do, yes, have one of my sticks of DDR5. Because what's cool about it is I actually got a notification from the shipping. My 10900K will be here Tuesday, so I'll be up and running with my Z59 or my Z790 Dark Kingpin, my DDR5. The direct die, etc., etc. And yes, I plan on lapping the CPU when I get it in. Come on. See, I actually don't mind doing videos like this now because of the whole tripod thing. It's actually kind of fun, to tell you the truth. And I'm primarily doing this with this block because I've not seen nobody do a teardown of it, let alone a reassembly. I said I did see one video from the one guy I was talking who pointed out the issue with the uneven edges or corners on this part of the block, but I don't recall him showing it all taken apart or how to take it apart or whatever, because I'll be honest with you, I just skipped through his video. So if he did, he did. If he didn't, no biggie. And here we go. And it just comes right apart. And it's going to follow up with the RGB cable, make sure I don't cut nothing. And that's pretty much the back plate of it. It's actually kind of cool how the indentation of the gaskets in the metal plate, which yes, it will rub off. As you see, I can rub it off. It will rub off, which ain't no big deal anyway, because it's only got one way it can go on with the way the screws are set up. Let's see if I can zoom this out a little bit more. Alright, there we go, that works. Cool. Yes, I'm still getting used to this. But yeah, there's your metal plate. And these are the posts I was talking about, which they are spring loaded. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like that zoomed out like that. I like to have you guys see every little thing. So there's the posts that are spring loaded. Now those C-clips, as I was talking to you about, let me see if I can get one here in my needle nose. The C-clips, when you put them back together, you actually, well, the only way that I figured out how to do it, the easiest way for me, is I use my needle nose pliers and I pull up on the C-clip, or I pull up on this post, and the C-clip has actually got to take and go on this little track here, this little notch here. This is actually what holds it all together, which you'll see more of what I'm talking about when we put it back together. Same gig as I told you already about the gasket. Same exact thing that I showed you here applies here with these gaskets as well. The same exact thing applies. Just give me a moment, and I'll pop the gasket. Which way am I gonna pop this? Pop it here. And yes, I'm being very, very easy with it, not to damage the gasket. And there's the gasket right there. And this is the first time I'm removing all these gaskets, so this is new for me too. And as you can see, it's another like special kind of gasket, not your typical gasket. And it's already retained its shape, so I ain't got to worry about that. Just put that back in the track. As I said, when you go to clean the block or whatever, any kind of water block, you always clean the track, clean the gasket. When you clean the gasket, you use warm soapy water. As for these little rings, these little O-rings doesn't really look like anything special at all. Just your standard O-ring. And how they go in, it's pretty self-explanatory. Pops right in. But I believe these are going to pop out on me anyway, which yes they are. No big deal. I'll put those off to the side so I don't lose them. There, those are off to the side. Now for this end. I'm not running RGB, so that RGB is getting removed. Yes, I've already had the RGB taken off, but here we go. I'm going to show you how to do it now. This actually pops into place here. I don't remember how I got it to pop off yesterday. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. No, there we go. Let's see if it did just pop. There we go. Pops right out there. And no, my camera or the video jumping back and forth, it's not editing at all. It's when I do the zoom on my phone, for some odd reason it cuts the sound and just jerks right to it, but it's whatever. Here's the RGB end. And very simple to remove the RGB. Obviously be careful when you're removing it. You don't want to go breaking any wires. But there's that. Now as for the sticker end, as for this end, just find a spot where this is literally nothing more than like those RGB strips that you can buy at Walmart's. It's literally just out here, but it's like stuck as like tape. It's like a tape strip. So just find the end, which is the end of mine, and just work it a little bit. Which realistically, I don't know why I'm just not ripping it off, because I'm never going to use it. But still nice to have it if I ever decide to use it. And at that point in time, straighten it out and pull it out. There you go. RGB end of the block removed. Now I will start assembling the block. How this goes on, whether the RGB's in it or not, it literally just clips back in. As you see, just clips right back in. There, it's in. Here's zoom out a little bit. There. Come on. There we go. Just clips right in. That's it. It's kind of weird how it clips in. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. There, now that that's done, now we start putting this fun stuff back together. There's the first O-ring. Zoom this back in. Let's see if I can do it by hand. There. There's the first O-ring. There's the second O-ring. And here's this nice fancy plate. This square here is gonna go to this square here, because that's where the RGB cable comes out. So that's another easy way of knowing how it goes. Which it's gonna go like that. Which, believe it or not, here's something I already screwed up. How I screwed up is got to put these in first. This kind of gets annoying because these clips, or these posts, if you notice, they're not circular. They actually go in here in a specific way. So yeah, these kind of get a little annoying to line up. But hey, we're doing it together, why not? So here we go. That one's lined up. Cool. That one lined up near instantly. That one lined up. Let's see if I use my needle nose pliers to get that to line up. Oh, that worked. Come on. Yeah, these posts do get annoying, I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, they should just be circled, regular, there we go. My opinion for the design is they should just be circular with the C-clips, or just like, I don't know, have a full threaded thing here with a nut that goes down to hold it in place. Not my design, but one moment please, gonna need a mouthful of coffee. Okay, back to the action. There, that's done. So I'm gonna jump right in, and I'm just gonna take and get my smaller screws in. Ha! See, I caught that again. I did it wrong. Got that upside down. Want it like that. See, this is why I do videos raw and uncut. Anything that happens right on video. I don't hide nothing. I'm gonna go back with the screws. You want to just do the outside ones first. And doing this actually will help you when it comes to getting the clips on here. On the when it comes to getting these C clips back on. That I noticed myself. I said just do the outside ones. And no, I am not wrenching on them. I'm just getting them a good level of snug, because you got to figure these these 6 Allen screws are holding that part of the gap are creating. Hang on one second. There. Yes, I am going a little bit on a more snug end for these 6 Allen screws, because those 6 Allen screws are applying the seal for that gasket. See, I ain't a pro at this or doing shooting videos at all. I don't have nobody shooting videos, or I don't have nobody standing next to me doing anything, any special angles, raw, uncut. What you see is what you get. Yeah, I'm sorry, but my opinion, videos like this that are raw, uncut, nothing special, it's my opinion, that's the way to go. You can't get any more real than that. Just my opinion. And it's no disrespect or not talking down to any YouTuber at all. None whatsoever. We all do our own thing our own ways. And then the last one right here. And a nice little acrylic piece here, which doesn't matter how it's turned, doesn't matter at all. It's just the flat end goes down. That's it. It's straightforward. And then with that being said, again, you want your LGA on the plate here to be on the same side as the LGA here. So more or less meaning you want, come on, you want it like that. That's exactly how you want it. It's how it's supposed to be. And I'll just swap out my Allen screw and put these in. No, I'm not gonna go down all the way because I'm gonna do star pattern or box pattern, however you want to say it, so that way I know everything is lined up. I'll come back across with these two, and now I'll snug it. There, now I'll snug it down. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. Now, before I put one of these clip in, I actually want to do that little comparison just to show you how massive this thing is. I mean, it's insane. Here's one of my DDR5 sticks. Here it is next to the stick. It's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's see if I can get a nice little sort of kind of thickness comparison view. Don't mind the dirty mat. As for the motherboard end, it's what the heck? Give me 1 second. I'll pull my my Kingpin, my 790 Kingpin out so I can show you. So I can show you guys more or less how it's gonna look. Yes, there she is, the beautiful beast. And pretty much after I remove the retention bracket, etc., how this is gonna go, this is gonna chill in here just like this, more or less. Just like that, with that being the inlet, that being the outlet. Man, I cannot wait. Thing's an absolute beast. Oh no. But yeah, so now you guys know what that looks like. Or going to look like, more or less. And outside of that, this video, I'm gonna see about getting one of these clips on for you to more or less show you. I mean, do I really want to do this on camera? No. Am I gonna try it? Yeah, why not? This is something that I would really prefer to have 100% focus on. But there's one of the clips. Be honest with you, this is not fun to do. This really kind of sucks, but it's whatever. I'm only going to do one. I'm not going to do all four because it takes a little bit. And how I do it really is I'm going to take my needle nose pliers and I'm going to pretty much pry up on this post here till that little notch I showed you earlier, till the little notch shows. Then I'm going to use my screwdriver here. Oh, I got to get my proper bit for it. I'm going to then take it, once I get the post up to get that little notch, which you might see it, then I'm going to take my screwdriver and push the pin into that. Or push the C-clip into that notch, which I'm going to take and zoom in and maybe I can get it for you. Please bear with me on this one. It's the first time I've ever tried this on a video, so please bear with me. You might see the notch, you might not. See that notch? That C-clip has got to go on that notch. The problem is I can't get it because I've got nothing to hold down the other side of the block, because when I was doing this I actually had it on my lap when I did it. So we'll jump to that, maybe that'll help. This is not easy, people. This really is not. Not how I'm doing it. Maybe I can get it from this angle. I'm trying, people. Please just bear with me. So I can hold the block down with one hand. Come on, contact frame, get out of there. God, this is not the best way to do this at all. See if I can zoom that in a little bit. I hope this works. Actually, no, I'm gonna switch out to my Allen key socket. Maybe that'll work better in my favor. It doesn't help that this head is magnetized. Alright, ladies and gents, let's give it a shot. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Freaking head's magnetized, man. This ain't gonna work at all in my favor. Let me see. Let's see if I can get my tweezers to work for me. I don't even know where that C-clip went. Oh, there it is right there. When I don't do this on camera, this is a lot faster. I would have had 2 or maybe 3 of them done. I'm trying to capture all this on camera so you guys can see. I'm more than likely not going to be able to get it on camera. I cannot get that. I can't get it where I want it. Like, seriously, this is really annoying trying to keep this in the camera view. See, I can't even do that. You know what? I'm just going to get this in place, so give me a moment. I'm going to get this in place, and I'm going to come back and show you the notch I'm talking about, because this is kind of getting annoying now. I almost got it, people. Please just bear with me. Alright, I got it. I got it. No, I wanted to take my screwdriver now and just push that in where it's supposed to be. I should have used a needle nose because that actually works better for this case to actually set it. There. Now I can show you. Hopefully you can see it on camera. But see that little notch? What you got to take and do is you got to use the needle nose pliers, pry up on this post, and then when that notch comes into play, then you slide in your C-clamp or C-clip. That's literally what you got to do on all 4 of them. I mean, believe it or not, if I had like some sort of like protective vise, I could have very easily done this on camera. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. 37 minutes in. Like I said, my 13900K is scheduled to come in Tuesday, so probably about Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, the latest, to be up and running on my Z79 Dark Kingpin with my direct die, my DDR5 RAM, which I showed you the stick already, and then my 3080 Ti for the 13 Ultra Hydro Copper, and yeah, that'll be that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys made it this far, thanks. That's amazing. On that note, I'm out. Bye.